We're going to do a quick reading. Calling on universe. Calling on all ancestors with protection around my reading and my energy. What messages do you have for me? What messages do you have at this time? Love begins. Transformation. Transform away. Love away. What other messages do you have at this time? What other messages do you have at this time? What other messages do you have at this time? What other messages? Power. What other messages? Your shadow. Reflect. Because you haven't been just looking at your light. You've been looking at your shadow too. Reflect on it. What other messages do you have at this time? What other messages do you? Triumph and success. Calling on the universe, calling on all ancestors with protection around my reading and my energy. What messages do you have at this time? What messages do you have at this time? You got the Hanged Man here. You probably surrendering and seeing stuff from a different perspective. Freedom, you're taking action. Three of Pentacles, teamwork, collaborations. Tell me about the Hanged Man. Tell me about this Hanged Man. Tell me about the Hanged Man. Tell me about the Hanged Man. Tell me about this Hanged Man. Okay. Tell me about this Hanged Man. Tell me about the Hanged Man. Tell me about the Hanged Man. King of Pentacles. You could be a Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles energy, and the Ten of Cups. You're probably surrendering your whole situation right now. Tell me about this Eight of Cups. Tell me about this Eight of Cups. You're getting the wisdom. You're doing the introspection that you need to get, and getting that wisdom that you really need at this point in time. I understand you don't want to make the wrong decision for yourself. You're living and you're learning. We're all living and learning. Tell me about this Three of Pentacles. Tell me about this Three of Pentacles. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. Tell me about this Three of Pentacles. Tell me about this Three of Pentacles. Tell me about this Three of Pentacles. You got a Wheel of Fortune here, so some good luck, good karma. You got the Hierophant. Six of Wands. The Hierophant will have some victory, some success with spirituality and their business that they may have already going or that they have plans. Their ideas that they have planned. You will have victory and success. There may be competition over it. You're happy right now. You're happy, you're comfortable, you're growing, you're healing. That's what's needed at this point. Ace of Cups. King of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. You're probably very independent. Take care of yourself and you're transforming at this time. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. Tell me about this King. King of Swords. You may be a Queen of Swords and King of Swords energy. You're very logical. Tell me about this Ten of Cups. 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 Tell me about the Ten of Cups. Tell me about this Ten of Cups. Tell me about this Ten of Cups. Tell me. Three of Wands. Two of Wands. Can't see right now. You're planning, you're making decisions, you're doing your discovery. New beginning. You're reflecting, you're meditating on your whole situation. You're literally looking over your whole situation, trying to heal, get the answers that you need. The High Priestess, you may be highly intuitive, or you may actually be a psychic. Illusion around the Ace of Wands, around new opportunities. People always trying to throw illusions up. Do not worry about it. Keep pushing. Tell me about the Hermit. Tell me about this Hermit. Tell me about the Hermit. Tell me about the Hermit. Tell me about the Hermit. Tell me about this Hermit. Tell me about the Hermit. Tell me about the Hermit. Tell me about this Hermit. Tell me about the Hermit. Tell me about the Hermit. You may be very energetic. Tell me about this Wheel of Fortune. 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 Tell me about this Wheel. Conflict. There's always some type of somebody having conflict with what you get in life. You work for it. You worked for it the legit way. And that's what people don't understand. When you work for something and they do witchcraft just to get something in life. Tell me about the Hierophant, then try to accuse you of doing witchcraft. That's how these people have literally been. Tell me about this Hierophant. 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 Tell me. Tell me about the Hierophant. Tell me about this Hierophant. Tell me about the. There's a Hierophant that's probably going through a tower at the moment. Tell me about the Six of Wands. Tell me Lovers. Tell me about this Five of Wands. Tell me about this Five of Wands. Somebody you got past life or childhood memories with. And you got a Knight of Wands. Somebody who's energetic, passionate. Tell me about this Nine of Cups. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. Tell me about this Nine of Cups. You got the Emperor balancing out the Two of Cups. And you got the Ace of Pentacles here. Tell me about this Ace of Cups. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. Tell me about this Ace of Cups. Tell me about this Ace of Cups. Tell me about this Ace of Cups. It was actually the Four of Wands that was coming out. So the Emperor is offering love, Ace of Pentacles, and a Four of Wands. It's all being balanced out at this point. I'm gonna get a quick ancestor message here. Universe calling in all ancestors with protection around my reading and my energy. What messages do the ancestors have at this time? What messages does the ancestors have at this time? Make sure you surround yourself with protective energy. Be devoted and committed. Is there any more messages at this time? 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 Is there any more messages? At this time, is there any more messages? At this time. Protection, guardian, drop your shields. It says protect your shields. I'd keep protection around you at all times. All times. Your blessings are being balanced out. And be prepared for teamwork, new opportunities, and love. Be prepared for it.